Right, thank you very much. So today we'll be talking about the routing informations or RIP on Mikrotik. Uh, the topic today is delivered by GLC, Garda Lintas Karawala, GLC Networks Indonesia. My name is Ahmad Mardiansyah, and then I'll be the instructor on this demo. The agenda for today, we'll be talking. Sorry, I'm speaking in English because I see one personnel here are from not only one, two are from overseas. Okay, so hopefully you guys don't mind. Uh, but if you talk, or if you want to send me questions, you can write the questions in Indonesian. That's fine. But I'll be discussing the um, answer or comments on your uh, question here in English. Our agenda here will be introductions, dynamic routing, RIP, a little bit about demo. I will try to share my screen as soon as possible. Previously, we have tried that. We have tried the screen sharing before, and then sometimes it was not stable, and then it requires really um, a lot of what is it? Bandwidth. Yeah. So screen sharing requires lots of bandwidth, and then because of the bandwidth here are not really stable. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's not, and most likely the packet is being dropped by the QoS. So I'll try my best. Okay, I'm not guarantee you that this will be the on live demo, but yeah, let's see. Okay. Right. So let's go to the next slide here. What is GLC? GLC is, for those who are new here, GLC is a Garda Lintas Cakrawala, or GLC Networks for short. We are Indonesian company based in Bandung. Our areas are training and IT consulting. We do a lot of projects related to Mikrotik and Ubiquiti and Linux. We also training partner for Linux Red Hat, also certified training partner for Mikrotik, and a consultant and distributor. All those are for Mikrotik. But we also do the Ubiquiti and Linux, right? Okay. If you have any questions, and then just type your question here. Okay. Let's move on to the next slide. Come on. Oops. Okay. Our webinar first was in 2010. At the time, so we have our first main webinar. We were discussing about the Solar's operating system. Webinar is a sharing event with various topics, including including but not limited to Linux and networking, wireless, database, programming, etc., etc. Our regular schedule is every 2 weeks, but irregular schedule will be done as needed. Okay, so just check your schedule at www.glcnetworks.com/main/schedule. So that page will inform has information about our schedule in the future. If you want to be a presenter here, if you want to share your knowledge, You can be a presenter as well. You don't have to be an expert. This is just forum for sharing knowledge. Okay. Talking about the GLC. We are based in Bandung, and then we also support Mikrotik Academy. So if you are from school, and then we can discuss about if you want to be a Mikrotik Academy, and then we can support you to become one of them. My name is Ahmad Mardiansyah. I'm based in Bandung. I was Linux user since I'm Linux user since 1999. I was first time using Mikrotik in 2007. A certified trainer for all Mikrotik courses, network associates, routing engineer, wireless engineer, user manager, internet networking, traffic control. I was working as a telco engineer previously, sysadmin, sometimes become a programmer, web-based programmer, and we do also several classes related to programming, like HTML. So we learn, we teach students from very basics about the web program. Started from HTML, what is HTML, and then after you finish that, and then you learn about JavaScript, and then because we want to connect to the database, and then connect to we're talking about the SQL as well. So if you want to learn more about me, there's a website there, ahmadjournal.com. For more info, then you can go to LinkedIn. Okay, there you can we can connect. About yourself, I can see some of you already chat here. Okay, so can you please tell me about your background, your name, or from. So the topic today is about the Mikrotik and routing information on Mikrotik, routing information protocol RIP on Mikrotik. So if you don't mind, you can what is it? You can introduce yourself here. Okay, please don't be shy. Okay, just introduce yourself, your name, your background. So at least, tell me about your experience about Mikrotik. So at least I know what kind of background does the Anthony has, right? Okay, come on. Anyone? Can you introduce yourself? Yeah, okay. No one? Okay, so yes, I need somebody that is brave enough for introduce himself. Well, if unfortunately no one here, so it seems like everybody is busy as is waiting for the topic. Okay, that's fine. So about the Mikrotik itself, for those who are new, it's the name of the company. It's a brand also. It's a name of a program like Mikrotik Academy. The headquarters is in Riga, Latvia. And if you see on the map here, world map, Latvia is located in Eastern Europe. It's a very small country, like maybe Singapore, but they produce a lot of good stuff, including Mikrotik. Right, so, okay, so more and more people are coming here. Sudah mulai, yes, we already started several minutes ago. What are the Mikrotik products? Mikrotik produces actually three. First is software and hardware. First software is RouterOS. It's a operating system that is specialized for networking. So with RouterOS, you can do many things with networking, like you can do set up a routing table, IP addresses, static routing or dynamic routing. So today we'll be discussing one feature on RouterOS, which is routing information protocols. Next is the hardware. The hardware that is produced by the Mikrotik is called router board. So with the previously they don't produce router board. They started produce the router board since 2001, and then at that time the price was very expensive. Yeah, because maybe it was not mass produced yet. Currently is really much affordable about the price, and then many people many people prefer to use Mikrotik rather than other brands because they offers more features but with the affordable price. Okay, for more information, you can go to their website www.mikrotik.com and www.routerboard.com for information about the router board, about the hardware. Other resources, you can go to mikrotik.com. You can download the PDF files there. What is RouterOS? That includes the features on RouterOS. For router board, you can download their product catalog, and also they have a newsletter. So not all products are in product catalog. Sometimes they produce a new product. For that one, usually they put the information on newsletter, not on the product catalog. So just go there, download, and then find it out by yourself. Right. Look, if you have questions, and then you can just type here, then I will answer. I'll do my best to answer. Okay, here's the topic for today. Today we'll be talking about the routing information protocol, or RIP. Okay, so this is not rest in peace. It's different. Okay, although it's the same same abbreviation, but it's different meaning. Okay, so today we're talking about the RIP, routing information model, nothing to do with the end of life or something. Okay, so RIP, we're talking about the features. RIP, or routing is a short of routing information protocol. So it's a distance vector protocol. So it's not link state like OSPF. So distance vector protocol means I just talk to my neighbor. So I don't know the total topology of the network. So I don't know. So I just talk to the neighbor. So I just trust my neighbor. So I just talk to neighbor and then receive from my neighbor. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. The administrative distance is 120. I think it's the highest. OSPF is 110 and BGP is 20. Okay, so this one is the highest. So you can run routing information protocol along with the OSPF. And then which one is winner? Well, of course, the shorter distance is the winner. So if there are two routes that ends up with the same destination's prefix, and then shorter distance will win. The RIP supports classless routing protocol. So previously we have classful. So we have class A, class B, class C, but we don't have that kind of addressing anymore since 1994. Okay, so on your book, please don't say, okay, I have class A, I have class B, class C, because we don't have that classes anymore. Okay, so those kind of information is just for history. Okay, so RIP supports the classless information, classless routing mechanism, okay. Classless means no class, okay, and then RIP version 2 support VLSM, so it means varied, okay. So we can route /24, /25, /20, so it's called VLSM. So instead of using class A, B, C, we just use the VLSM. And then what about the metric or criteria for choosing the best path? So here we use the hop count, okay, and then because RIP is suitable for small network, it's designed for small network. It can support up to 15 hops, okay, and then if routes at 16th hop will be unreachable. Okay, so at the end it has to be 16 hops. Okay, if it is more than that, it's called unreachable and inaccessible. So because that limit, 15 hops, it's very suitable for small network. As I explained before, RIP sends its routing updates every 30 seconds to a multicast address, okay, 224.0.0.9, okay. So that multicast needs to be enabled on network, okay. RIP support authentications so that we don't have any route poisoning. So sometimes in your network, if somebody knows and then wants to harm your network, they can inject a false routing information. So somebody which turn into which is coming, for example, from a laptop, it's an attacker on your networks. They can send a RIP every 30 seconds as well. And then they just pretend, okay, I have a network. Okay? And then all traffic goes to them. Yeah, so for that one, RIP support authentications. And then RIP can carry 25 routing updates. If you use authentications, then it's 24 per RIP message. Okay, RIP uses UDP port 520, so please do not block this incoming port, otherwise your RIP will not work. And then there is a possibility of with this routing mechanism, sometimes if depends on the topology, okay, if you have a circular topology, there is a possibility on your network that there is a loop, okay, so packets is moving around and around on your network, okay. Well, we can mitigate that with TTL, okay, but still, if you have lots of packets and then those packets are moving around on your network because of the looping on the routing tables, and then it's not good. So RIP provides different mechanisms for avoiding loops in the network, like split horizons or poison reverse. Sometimes it happens, looping in the network. So router A sends to B, B sends to A, again and again. So in our training here, we simulate those case by using static routing. So you can see the utilization of CPU is higher because of the looping of the packets. Yes, they can, it is very fast, okay, and then they can be mitigated with TTL, but during the moving of the packets, although after the TTL they will be dropped by a router, still you will lose CPU processing for that one. So you're just wasting your CPU power for that, just because of that. And about the RIP versions, we have RIP version 1, RIP version 2. It supports VLMS variable length subnet mask, and then authentication support, so this is recommended to be used. And then we have RIP-NG. It's a new generations support IPv6. All right. Yeah. So if you have IPv6, use RIP-NG. If you are using IPv4, you use RIP version 2. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. IP version 6. Actually, IP version 6 is not compatible with the version 4. Okay, that's why you can use that in the simultaneously. So in one router you can run both IPv4 and IPv6 at the same time on the same interface, because they are not compatible, which is good. Okay, in one side it is good, in the other side maybe it's not. Right. So when to use RIP? Okay, if you have a small network, you can use it. If you want to have a simple administration, yes, you can. Or it can be applied on the edge of the network. If you have a big network, okay, at the edge, okay, edge of your network, you can run. Okay, for this department, you can run RIP on that side, right? Right. Next is about still about RIP. We'll be talking about how RIP works. Okay, on the next slide here. Okay, let's push. Yeah. Okay, here. Okay, so how RIP works. So let's these pictures is taken from 9to.com. Okay, so you can see the watermark there. So let's say we have 3 routers. Here we have different. Oops, too much. Okay, let's move backward. Okay, previous slide number 15. Yeah. Okay, coming. Right. Okay, so here is the yeah. Okay, so I have 4 pictures here. Okay, top left, top right. Okay, bottom left, bottom right. That's the sequence. Okay, so we talk about the top left router here. So you have router A, say I know network 1 and 2. Okay, so we have network 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then B, so A updates B. Okay, B said, okay, I got your update. And then so because B is not connected directly to network number 1, right? Okay. So because A send update, so B add a new routing on its routing table, which is 1.0.0.0, and then interface 1. Okay, and then on the top right here, okay, so B also updates A. Okay, hello A, I have network, I have a direct connection on network 2 and 3, and then here's the update. Okay, so here B updates A. Okay, and then say, oh, okay, I don't know network 3. Okay, I will add 3 on my routing tables. Okay, so on the bottom left here, right, so C got update from B, right? Okay, so A updates B, B updates C. Because B has information about network 1, so those updates, so those routing tables here on B will be moved to, so not merely moved, will be informed to router C. Okay, so both of them, okay, network 1 and 2 will be added into the router C routing table. So C also updates B, B updates A. So at the bottom right here, every network has knowledge about the whole topology. Okay, so by exchanging information. Okay, clear, yeah? I think it's quite simple. Okay, A update B, B update C, C update B, and then update A. As simple as that. So that is how RIP works. Yeah, it's very simple. What happens if one network is down? Okay, so if one network is down, and then so the router that is close to the network that has issue, so which in this case is router C, C will send a message to router B, okay, and then from router B send message to router A. Because we are sending updates every 30 seconds, so if one network is down, okay, that means we have to wait for 30 seconds so that all routers are convergent. So that's why for RIP protocols, I mean, if you compare it to OSPF, the convergence time of RIP is longer compared to OSPF. Right, so if it is OSPF, if you use OSPF and then when a network is down, so every router will get an update at the same time. Okay. Right, so somebody here is still testing. You have problem with your network or what? Okay, still, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Right, hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, so at least we have discussed how RIP works. Okay, so we have a case where the RIP is propagating the network, and then we also have discussed what if a network is down. Okay, so for RIP configurations is very simple. Okay, on Mikrotik. So here you go to menu routing, go to RIP. So in this case, I'm using RIP version 2. Yeah. So here I just add a new interface. In this case, a bridge interface. Okay, click OK, and then after that I add network. Just simple as that. Okay. So if you are interested, just come to our training. Go to www.glcnetwork/main/schedule. There you can see our training, and then yeah, if you have any questions, and then just type here. I'll answer it yeah, as best as I can. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. This is the end of the slides. Please submit your feedback here. If you go to our web page, you go to you can like our Facebook page. For the slides will be shared on SlideShare, and then the recording of the meeting will be shared on YouTube. Okay, any questions? Any questions? No questions? Well, if you want to have questions, you can write your questions in Indonesian. That's fine. Again, I can understand what you mean here. I know I understand Indonesian language. That's fine. But if you want to type your question in English, that's fine too. Okay, any questions? All right, so no questions. It seems everybody hopefully understand the topic. It's almost 8 as well here, so thank you very much for coming. And then please submit the survey, okay? And okay, I have one question. Can I implement RIP on a big network? Well, RIP is not designed for big network, okay? Because as you can see, there is a limitation on RIP. So maximum if 15 hops. Okay, if the network is on 16th, okay, the what is it? The reachability will be off. So if you want to ping on the 16th 16 network from your current network now, it's gonna be unreachable. Okay, so because of that nature, RIP is not used on big network. Okay, for a small network, it's fine. For I have one colleague here from a big company. The network is quite big, and then they are running a static network on static routing on the network. So it's quite big. Okay, so so if there is a new network there, yeah, and then they have to add the network manually one by one on every router, right? So we asked them, why don't just use dynamic routing? Okay. Well, we are afraid of it. So with static routing, we have a full confidence with what we are doing, but because we don't have any idea about how the dynamic routing works, so we don't implement that. Well, in my opinion, because you already have your static routing there, and then the static routing usually has an administrative distance less than 100, so for me, I don't see any doubt of implementing dynamic routing. So you can run your dynamic routing without affecting your static routing because we have different administrative distance. Okay, so that's my comment. So if you want to implement RIP, yes, you can, but not on the big networks. So you can implement on the big network, but on the edge of your network. So you have a big network, and then at the edge of the network, so you run RIP just only on that network. Okay, so RIP over there on that network will not be propagated to others. Okay, so here's a question from Aditya Nugraha. So we can use both RIM and static at the same router? Yes, as I explained, yes. Yeah. So I have one client from UK, United Kingdom. They were running static at the first time, and then they were suffering if one link is down. So we have to reroute the, we have to reroute the traffic to the other routers. So for that case, so I suggest them that okay, you can use dynamic routing instead of static. Okay, static. Static has a big benefit compared to dynamic routing, which is you have full controls on your network, right? So that's the big advantage of static routing. Yeah, so you have full control of the network, but for maintaining maintenance of the routing table is a little bit of pain, unless your network is very rarely to change. Okay, so if your network is always like that for many years, no new subnet, always stable like that, and then yes, you can use, just go for static routing. Okay, so that was my command. Sorry, yeah, sorry, I was talking here. Anything else? Is there any questions? Well, okay, if there is no questions, so it's almost 8 now. Thank you very much for coming. We'll see you guys in the next 2 weeks. Okay, hopefully don't forget to please submit your survey after the meeting, and then on the survey you can request what kind of topic will be discussed in the next meeting. Okay, so again, thank you very much. See you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying this webinar. Okay, and then hopefully this webinar is useful for you. Okay, see you guys. Bye.